How y'all doing today, folks? Walking in frame right now. I cracked my little flip around lens thing, so I kind of got to do a jury rig thing and record basically backwards. So hopefully this works out. Not entirely sure, but today I have a first impressions for you of the Medford 187 DPT Tonto. Oh, to be fair, the T stands for Tonto, so that was technically redundant, but whatever. Now, I got this knife pretty recently, and it is a knife to me that I've always liked the DP design. That sounds kind of bad. 187 DP. That just sounds like like murder penetration. In California, this homicide code is 187. I'm North Carolina now, but I still remember that. And now it's like 187 double penetration, like murder or double penetration. Anyways, weird tangent there. My bad, y'all. But I've always loved the platform. I think it feels really, really good in hand. It's not perfect, but it's pretty damn close. I have size 2XL hands. In particular, I have size 2XL fat hands with big, fat, round palms and stubby bullshit fingers. So for me, this actually fits really, really well. Now, this one in particular is modified by my friend Steve Kyle for the actual, if it wants to show up on camera here, the actual skull crusher right here, which is absolutely beautiful, functional, and god damn, even just doing this is painful. Like, God's forbid, right? Ever get into a fight and I actually use this on someone's head? I'm probably going back to prison because this thing, whew, again, just doing this, like, this hurts my hand bad. Not gonna test it on my head. Yeah, I am. I'm stupid. Ow. Holy fuck. Oh, dude. Ah. It's a fucking pain that grows. Ooh! I regret that. And again, as you see on camera, I'm just going like the gentlest little tap. Fuck. It's like expanding outwards into like a freaking headache. One of my eyes is kind of blurry now, so I think I might already get a migraine. Jesus Christ. Okay. Wow. Okay, that was not a good idea. Fuck me. I got a damn blaring light right here at the same time and over here, so like, ooh. Recording a video with a self-inflicted migraine. Self-inflicted migraine. Cannot talk. Okay. Sure. Welcome to the Red Wolf EDC channel where I do stupid shit. Anyways, the actual skull crusher is made by my friend Steve Kyle, which is Knife Pimper on Instagram. Terrible fucking name, but you know, technically he's pimping knives, so accurate. And the actual scales themselves are milled out from Cap City Custom Creations. And I freaking love the way this knife came out, right? The Tonto, obviously very aggressive, tactical, almost mall ninja-like. It's made for penetration, like fighting and shit like that. Skull Crusher, same thing. It's super mall ninja, super extra. It's not practical, but it's just kind of cool. Mixed with almost like a traditional pattern where you have this nice texturing right here, which goes into like a kind of like faux bolster. And I don't know, man. I just think this is absolutely beautiful. I love it. Now, as far as the ergonomics of the 187 DPT as a whole, they're really good. They're not fantastic though. Like ergonomic wise, probably like maybe a 6 out of 10 for me. Feels good, not great. However, the slight kind of contouring, I mean very slight contouring, the way the milling is and everything else, and it's like very just professional style which he did this. Ergonomically, this feels fantastic. Not a 10, probably like a 7 or an 8, so like not a huge improvement, but still feels really, really good. Now, blade-wise, this is all Medford. This is a slab of S90V steel in a relatively thick blade stock, but relatively thin behind the edge, which is interesting, right? Because S90V is a fantastic steel. It has a ridiculously high edge retention. It's also a pain in the ass to sharpen unless you have diamond stone or something ridiculous like that. But the downside of that is it's pretty chippy, and it's really easy to snap. Like, I've broken very few blades in my life, right? But I've broken multiple S90V blades where I've just been using it and the whole thing just goes snap. I'm like, fuck. This, as you can probably see on camera, I'm not entirely positive. I just said my whole setup right now is backwards. Has been used. It has been abused. It's not been treated nicely at all. But there is not a single chip or a microfracture or literally anything in this blade. And it's also still a freaking laser beam. Crazy. I don't know if it's just the blade stock thickness or if it's like the heat treat or what it is, but whatever it is, man, S90V and a 187 DPT Tonto is ridiculous. Like, it is great. As far as the actual usability, again, the basic 187 Tonto is those little minor kind of hot spots you have just holding it like this become heavily, heavily amplified during hard use. But with gloves on, it feels great. So a hard use as far as this whole knife stock. With gloves, great. Without, not really. But with this modified for Cap City Creations, absolutely fantastic. Now, let's talk about some of the basic pieces of this knife now. This clip is freaking fantastic. God damn it, I wish every single knife had this clip. I wish every single Medford knife had this clip. Or every single knife in existence had this clip. Perfect retention. It does not slide around or anything like that, but it also slides into your pocket so incredibly easy. I really don't think that this pocket clip will ever actually tear apart my jeans. And I've gone through so many pairs of expensive ass jeans, right? Where it's fucking the pockets are shredded, you can't even carry a knife anymore. And when that happens, like, I'm a knife guy. I can't carry a knife anymore. Those jeans going in the trash, period. And I've destroyed so many pairs, but I really don't think with this one, it's ever going to happen. Like, it comes out so smoothly, but also somehow retains perfectly. Crazy. It's like some straight up fucking sorcery. I don't get it, man. I really, really don't. This clip is ridiculous. Now, we talked about edge geometry. Let's talk about aesthetics. And let's try to ignore this piece right here, because this is, again, very modified. From the factory, you'll get flat scales or any number of the one customization options Medford offers, you know, rock patterns and, you know, freaking stained glass. Like, Medford offers a lot of different stuff, right? But the cheapest version of it, which is what I got here, will come flat because I wanted to modify it. From the get-go, I knew it was going to be modified. From the actual factory, let's talk about the blade, because this blade is beautiful. I love the way Medford does Tontos. Like, that is just such a gorgeous Tonto. I love the grind lines, the style of it, the proportions of how this goes straight and kicks up. Some knives have like a hyper-aggressive Tonto or a really subtle Tonto. I hate both of those styles of Tontos. I want this. Now, this is very much, to be clear, an American style Tonto. It is not traditional at all, but I don't care, man. Like, this makes me happy. I have the same thing in a full-size Marauder. Also, my dog is asleep next to me and is snoring very loud. The mic's right here, so I'm not sure if you can hear that or not, but if you can, I apologize. He is a pit with a freaking super, like, stuffed snout and giant head, so when he snores, it's like an echo chamber. It's ridiculous. Maybe you can't hear it, but god damn it, I can. And somehow his snoring is also giving me a headache on top of the light and, you know, this thing. So, bad day so far. The hell was I talking about? Oh yeah, Tontos. So this, to me, is ideal. It's definitely not traditional. If you want traditional, traditional is almost like a drop point with like a fatter tip and like a slight profile grind. But this, to me, is absolutely perfect. Ergonomics wise, fantastic. The way it actually uses, fantastic. The carry is just absurd. And then again, Mr. Steve Kyle doing the actual glass breaker, which is amazingly effective. My head still hurts, y'all, like really bad. My hands still hurts, actually. Even just doing like this. Like, my hand's all red, kind of cramping a little bit. My head is on fire. And then the actual freaking scales, done by Cap City Custom Creations. Cap City Custom Creations. I said that word way too fast. Amazing. But even from the actual factory, a 187 DP Tonto or either DP 187 DP is just honestly instant an amazing knife. I am not a fan of all Medford designs. The Praetorian is cool because it's very iconic. The Marauder is my personal favorite. And these right here are next in line. Most of his other knives I frankly hate. So take that as you will. As far as the size comparison, I have nothing next to me right now besides this giant ass thing and an axe. Neither of those are going to really give you an idea of the specs of this knife and how big it is. So basically, it is a larger knife for sure. If you're used to carrying a PM3 or even a PM2, this is going to be an adjustment. This is a big knife, is a thick knife, is a heavy knife. Maybe you're going to hate that. Most people do, to be quite frank with you. If you're not familiar with Medford Knife and Tool, you're probably not going to like their larger offerings. The MIDI, the Slim MIDI, the Praetorian T, the Praetorian Micro, the Praetorian Genesis. There's a bunch of different knives that are smaller that you'll probably like. These ones probably aren't it, but if you do like a bigger knife, a heavier knife, you would want a giant shred of workhorse of a knife, I love these. These are absolutely fantastic. But again, not for everyone. Now, as far as my overall first impression score, let's be very clear here. As far as the 187 platform as a whole, 7 out of 10. Good, it is not great. Modified like this, to me, this is a 10. But I also have this thing, right? Whenever I modify a knife, like this will never be sold. Period. It just won't. Whenever I modify a knife, I grow a genuine attachment to it. That becomes my personal knife, my baby. I'll have those knives forever. As such, I don't feel right giving this a true and genuine review score because for me personally, it's just a 10. I love it. To me, it's perfect. But for most people, it's just not going to be. Again, I am attached to this now because it's been modified by two people that I care about a great deal and care about that I respect a great deal. And so for me, it's just perfect and I love it. For you, probably not. But as always, folks, I love you all. Please take care. Have a great day. And bye-bye. I don't know what that was. Like, bye-bye. My fucking sorcerer, like, I don't know. Whatever.